Welcome to the AESL podcast, the podcast made just for you, the American English learner. Whether you're a beginner finding your voice or an advanced learner polishing your skills, this is your space to listen, learn, and grow. Each episode, we explore the sounds, words, grammar, culture, and conversations that make American English come alive so you can speak with confidence in school, at work, and in everyday life. Together, we're going to make American English feel natural, clear, and within your reach. So grab your notebook, open your ears, and get ready to level up your English. This is the AESL podcast. Let's learn together. The natural approach to language acquisition. Key vocabulary. Comprehensible input. Language that a learner can mostly understand, slightly above their current level, I+1, proposed by Stephen Krashen as the primary driver of acquisition. A teacher who uses gestures, pictures, and simple sentences is providing comprehensible input to beginning students. Acquisition versus learning. Krashen's distinction between subconscious internalization of language through meaningful use, acquisition, and conscious study of grammar rules, learning. Fluent speakers primarily rely on acquisition rather than learning when they communicate naturally in real-time conversation. Monitor hypothesis. The theory that consciously learned grammar rules function as an editor that speakers use to check and correct their output, but only when they have sufficient time and focus on form. Adult learners often over-rely on the monitor, editing themselves so heavily that their speech becomes stilted and halting. Natural order hypothesis. The proposal that language learners acquire grammatical structures in a predictable, universal sequence regardless of their native language or instruction. The ing progressive ending is typically acquired earlier than the third-person singular s, in accordance with the natural order hypothesis. Input hypothesis. Krashen's theory that language acquisition occurs when learners are exposed to input that is just one step beyond their current competence level. The input hypothesis suggests that the most effective language lessons focus on meaningful communication rather than drilling grammar forms. Feature article. The natural approach, developed by Stephen Krashen and Tracy Terrell in the early 1980s, remains one of the most influential frameworks in language teaching. Rooted in Krashen's monitor model, a collection of 5 interrelated hypotheses about second language acquisition, the natural approach challenged the grammar translation and audiolingual methods that had dominated language instruction for decades and redirected attention toward meaning-focused communication. At the heart of Krashen's framework is the distinction between acquisition and learning. Acquisition is the subconscious process through which we internalize language by engaging with meaningful, comprehensible messages, the same process through which children acquire their first language. Learning, by contrast, is the conscious study of grammar rules and language facts. Krashen argued that acquisition, not learning, is responsible for fluency, and that consciously learned rules can only function as a limited editing tool, the monitor, under constrained conditions. The concept of comprehensible input, I+1, is the practical cornerstone of the natural approach. When learners receive language that is just slightly above their current level, familiar enough to be mostly understood, but containing new elements, they are positioned for acquisition. Teachers who work in the natural approach tradition use realia, real objects, pictures, gestures, contextual clues, and simplified speech to make their language comprehensible to students at every level. A crucial and often misunderstood feature of the natural approach is the acceptance of a silent period. Krashen and Terrell observed that beginning learners, like young children acquiring their first language, benefit from an extended period of listening and comprehension before being required to produce language. Forcing production too early, they argued, raises anxiety and inhibits acquisition. The natural approach therefore begins with listening activities and gradually introduces speaking in low-pressure, communicative situations. Though the natural approach has been critiqued and refined over the decades, particularly regarding the role of explicit grammar instruction for adults, its central insights about the primacy of meaningful input and the importance of a low-anxiety environment have been validated by extensive research and remain deeply embedded in contemporary ESL methodology. 5 practical tips. 1. Flood your classroom and personal learning environment with comprehensible input, labeled images, short videos with captions, illustrated stories, and simple news articles on topics you care about. 2. Resist the urge to correct every error during fluency-focused activities. Global errors that impede communication deserve correction, but minor local errors should often be left for later. 3. Use total physical response, TPR, activities, commands followed by actions, to make language acquisition physical and memorable for beginning learners. 4. Grade your language to your learners by speaking slightly above their current level with clear articulation, but avoid dumbing down to the point of using unnatural English. 5. Celebrate the silent period. Students who listen attentively are building a rich internal language model that will emerge as speaking ability once anxiety and readiness align. And that's a wrap on today's episode of the AESL podcast. Thank you for spending time with us today. Every minute you listen, every word you learn, and every sentence you practice brings you one step closer to your American English goals. If today's episode helped you, please share it with a friend, a classmate, or anyone who is on their English learning journey, because learning is always better together. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode, and leave us a review. We love hearing from our listeners around the world. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, fluency is not a destination. It's a journey, and you are already on your way. Until next time, this is the AESL podcast. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing.